I didn't get suspended because I was giving some kid a BJ or smuggling drugs. I got suspended because my cell phone rang, which is a mortal sin according to the Bible. I'm Jenny Lorenzo, and I'm a horrible human being because I let my cell phone ring during first period on my 16th birthday. So it's 2002. I went to a private school in Miami called St. Brendan High. Don't remember what he was the saint of. By the way, Miami's full of like mostly Cubans, like me. My parents were low middle class, so I was like the poor kid in private school. The good thing was I was able to wear uniform, as ugly as it was. We did have the plaid skirts, which later on got banned. It was kind of considered one of the more like lax Catholic private schools, which is even sadder considering what happened to me. Like any Catholic private school, they kind of punish you for the dumbest shit. Like if you wore black socks versus white socks. If your skirt wasn't a specific length, detention for nail color, for any kind of glitter on your face, detention, detention, detention. And so we had a tradition at the time that your girlfriends would decorate your locker. My school had like a gift shop, and so I had all these balloons, and this is where things went wrong. The rule at the time, one of the many dumbass rules, we were not allowed to have your cell phone on you. You have to keep it in your locker all day. And I realize, I guess that's not really a super dumbass rule, but what's stupid is that you shouldn't get suspended for it. But I forgot. Like, my friends decorated my locker, I was excited. Blech. So I left my stupid, tiny ass Nokia phone in my book bag. I went to first period geometry class. It was this like old little Cuban Yoda-esque teacher. We called him Chooks. Hey, Chooks. He was this cute little old man, but now I hate him. And I sat in the front of the class, not by choice, and so my phone starts ringing. The thing with phones back then, they were all about making their phones like as tiny as possible, but then like mega loud. I felt like I was in the middle of a nightmare. Everyone started coughing. The whole class comes to my rescue, which I was surprised by because I was a loser. But the phone stopped ringing and everyone stopped coughing. And the teacher was completely unaware. And then you do this and then it worked. And I thought I got away with it. And then the person who called me left a voicemail. And he heard it. That one he did hear. And he immediately, without even thinking twice, sent me to the dean's office. You know, I was nervous and I was upset, which is, come to think of it, like, why did I care? I think me now, I would've been like, peace, I'm going to Discovery Zone, bitches. But suspension is like a big deal, you know what I mean? You're kicked off the premises, like you're some fucking asshole. And then you get a Saturday school. And so I go to the dean's office. I felt like I was being interrogated for like a straight up crime. The dean was Miss Benke, not Cuban. She wouldn't flinch and did not give a shit. I'm sorry. So I'm sitting there, I'm ugly crying, I'm hyperventilating. I wanna stay, it's good. I thought, you know, that was the worst of it. I was like, okay, they're gonna send me home. But then no, they wanted to take my phone and listen to the voicemail. This is very private school of them. She plays the voicemail. It was my dear, angelic, very Caucasian friend, Jessica. She was singing me happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Call me later. Bye. Ugh. She was probably disappointed. I think she wanted to send me to jail. I'm trying to explain, like, please, I have a drama competition. I just find it absurd that I had to ask permission to postpone Saturday school because I was already doing a school-related activity on that coming Saturday. Before I can actually be picked up by my abuelo, we had to go over to my second period drama class. So I get into this golf cart, again, with my balloons in tow. And we're traveling across the campus. All those kids that were like out and about were doing lines of cocaine. Some girls playing behind like the bleachers with a Ouija board. People were getting tattoos. And I had my best friend sing me happy birthday. That's why I got suspended. It's fine, I'm not bitter at all. You know, we get to second period as my drama teacher, Mr. Funes, comes out and I look through the glass on the door, and all of my friends were there waiting to throw me a surprise party. There was a nice little chocolate cake there and everything. And she did not let me in to not even get a single hug or to have a friend wipe away my tears. Not even like, hey Jenny, maybe take the cake home. No. The only successful part of this is that Mr. Funes was able to convince her to let me do Saturday school the following freaking, and I went and competed. Then get this everybody. The following year, they changed the rule and you no longer got suspended for having your phone in your stupid book bag. The end. Private school sucks.